I know you can't be tired.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Sunday the 2nd of July. New video literally just uploaded about 20 minutes ago and we're straight in here with the next one because today we're heading down to Brum. We're in Birmingham for PCA First Timers. I have a client, Steo, doing Men's Physique Medium, I believe. Very good prep, so I'm going to bring this down here. I'll show you guys, you know, a little bit, have a bit of a chat with him, just kind of document the day, and obviously we'll go through, as you can see in the title, my typical food as well. So I will bring you along, show you my meals. It is a rest day for me today. I've just had my first meal and we have the next 5 here. We should be back for the final meal, but again, in these situations, especially in prep, always bring it back up just in case, irrespective if you should be back well on time. Something could pop up, you know, train strikes, missing a train, whatever, show running on a little bit longer. So it is important to make sure you are over prepared if anything. So that's the POA for today. Yeah, I think I'll just video the rest of my meals for today and show you my rest day food, and then tomorrow or Tuesday I'll bring you through my training day diet, and as usual we'll have some updates here with check-ins tomorrow and any adjustments to the plan. But new low that we hit yesterday we've held today as well, so 105.9 kg, which is class because we did hold around 107s for a while and then we just bypassed the 106s. Feeling good, feeling leaner and excited for today. Catch you guys in the next clip. Landed in Birmingham, so meal 2 about to go in. It is almost 12 o'clock. The train was absolutely packed. Meal usually goes in about 10 minutes beforehand, but as mentioned I want to kind of walk you through it. Steo should be here shortly, so look at the current meal. Also, it's really cool this show because like it's Birmingham Town Hall in the middle of the city centre, and obviously it's like really busy and pretty much everyone who walks by is like gawking at, you know, all the dudes looking mahogany as fuck. But yeah, it's kind of normalised, but anyway, mealtime. So we've got 200 grams of dry weight chicken, 80 grams of dry weight rice uncooked, 15 grams of almond butter, some veggies in there, pineapple. I'm going to walk you through like my full diet setup in detail, like when I'm actually prepping that meal, because there's a few things there just like with veg, you know what I mean, standardising that intake and how I actually prep it to make it enjoyable. So that will come later on in the video, but Steo should be here soon. I'll get a few clips, see how he's looking, see if we need more or less food, if he's drying off quick enough, and yeah, but I've seen the pictures sent through to me, very fucking good, very happy with this, so we'll just see what happens now. Yes guys, what's good? So Steo is here, ready to go, nervous as shit, but we'll get through it, man. The hard work is done, you know what I mean. Today's show day is literally just about enjoying it. So little kind of review of what we've done so far for the peak. I'm not even sure if Steel's in focus, but yeah, for the peak we just ran, you know, 3 relatively high days, linear loading, about 550 carb across each of those. However, we realised yesterday that we were actually under eating a little bit, so we were going to do that and then kind of go through a bit of a peak, pulling off a little bit of excess fluid, but because we were, you know, behind on carbs and not fully topped up, we didn't really have that fullness then to try to pull the additional fluid from. So instead of, you know, trying to push, spill and then pull the extra water off, we're just going to keep it relatively static now, keep the water going in, keep the carbs going in, keep the salt going in, because that's what we've done over the last 3-4 days. We've checked in like 3 times a day. We know that's a predictable outcome, and I'll put visuals on screen here in the middle of us to see exactly how he's looking. And to be honest, I'm pretty happy with the look, mate.
Yeah, happy days. I'm delighted with the process and the look. Yeah.
So it's been a pretty difficult prep.
Yeah,
a lot of personal shit going on, but to be honest, like that's the same thing when I had David last year. Like you're going to go through these things, you can't expect it to just be completely plain sailing.
Exactly.
Like you and David both had a kid at fucking 10 weeks out.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's not making it as easy as possible, but at the end of the day, that's life. We're not just looking for like perfect circumstances. So yeah, Steve's gone in here now. Men's Physique Medium. Yeah. Completely natural, like completely nothing used. I know this is an untested show, but with his occupation being a tattoo artist, like Glenn was out the window. We don't want to be giving people like shaky tattoos. So yeah, completely natural, just see what it looks like, you know what I mean? I think when we look at timeline, other natural shows, there's nothing that really fell nicely for us, and also with him being like heavily tattooed, that's something that's not really as common or looked at in the natural division. So it might just be my own perception, but again, I just think a first timer show here rather than jumping into a full natural one would be a better shout. So yeah, anything else you want to say?
No, thank you very much for the process and everything you've done so far, bro. I appreciate it more than you know.
Awesome.
That's it.
Time to fucking enjoy it.
That's it, bro.
Right,
That's
see
it.
you in there. Yes guys, so wrapped up there. Steo bagged 3rd out of 7 in his class. Very good class. Was outsized by a few dudes. We peaked them perfectly, came in lean enough. We nudged a few places there based off that, which is, I think that makes it even better, you know what I mean? It's not just the time, and obviously as mentioned, Steo being a natural athlete, seeing how much the condition is rewarded, the hard graft, it's, you know, goes into pulling off every bit of body fat there. So yeah guys, super fucking happy with that. Didn't take the camera out afterwards, I was just like too emotional getting too into it, but I took a few pictures on my phone, stage pictures there. So yeah, it is now 20 to 5, getting the 5 o'clock train back to Manny, and be about an hour and a half, hopefully home in the apartment before 7. Just nice. Usually days out down here for PCA shows, it runs on like, because we've been on for like the finals or some of the girls doing bikinis, so it's nice to get down here a few hours beforehand, make some adjustments, catch up, do what we need to do, and then to dip after we bagged that bronze medal and trophy. So just going to wait and see if we're going to do the British finals or a couple other shows in a few weeks time. Again, adrenaline's high, emotions are high, just let him go chill out now with the missus and his son, enjoy some food, and then we'll just look apart from there. But the rest of this video, as mentioned, will take you through the rest of my meals here for today on a rest day, and then I'll run you through my training day food later on. See you in a bit. Long day, wrapped up, got home, done some DIY, got this new ladder shelf here, so I spent the last half an hour, maybe an hour, putting that together, and still some clothes hanging about. That is pretty much the day wrapped up, and final meal here, same as meal 2 and meal 4, which is on screen above. Going to get this into me now, because I spent the last while putting that shelf together. I didn't get to go down to the sauna to chill out this evening. It closes earlier on the weekends, so eat this now, shower, wrap the day up, and then tomorrow or Tuesday will be training day food. So that will be very similar to this, but I think one meal is different. I will bring us along for all of that. So tomorrow's meal 1, my pre-workout is being made right now, and as mentioned, I'm going to actually run you through the prepping process for each of these meals, because I do get a few questions on them. So 60 grams of oats, 80 grams of cream of rice, and 2 grams of pink salt. The kettle is boiled, so what I do then, we have hot water come from the tap, and we're going to add in just enough hot water in there to get that into a paste, to get all the clumps out. A little bit tricky with one hand, but you get the gist of it. Once the clumps are actually stirred out, then we add in the boiling water. Do 400 mils roughly, and then I'm going to stir that up, pop that into the microwave, about 2 minutes, stir, a minute, stir, and then maybe another 30 seconds if needed. If you just add the boiling water straight in, it's kind of difficult to get the clumps out because it starts to cook straight away. So adding hot water in, getting the clumps out, getting them mixed, and then boiling it and then cooking it works much better, gets very smooth. So I'll show you guys the end product. And that right there is the finished product for the cream of rice with additional cinnamon. Of course, once that cools, that'll go in the fridge. We've made up our whey sludge. Again, around 1:1 water and whey. That will also go in the fridge. And then in the morning, whey sludge goes on top, frozen blueberries, more cinnamon, and almond butter. And that is my pre-workout meal. Yes people, so going to head off to Aldi now to grab a few more bits, but just quickly want to show you something I'm doing to make sure I stay on top of that, which is just, you know, if you've been on prep before, you know exactly what I mean by prep brain. Here we go. You know exactly what I mean by prep brain. You'll have like maybe 2 or 3 things to go to the shop to pick up, and you'll forget 1 or 2 of them irrespective. And I find making a list each time you're going, yeah, it's useful, but like you might forget to add something to a list. So what I've started doing is, in the notes section of my phone, I'll actually put it up on screen here, is to just make a recurring list of, you know, your usual ingredients, everything that you need to get. You'll see this here, like this is exactly what's been documented in my diet so far, and to just turn them into little check boxes rather than, you know, a list and then like deleting them, whatever. And then simply just before you need to go, have a look in the fridge, in the freezer, in the cupboard, what it is that you need to get, and if it is there already, you have enough for the next few days, just tick it off. Obviously you can go into like the reminder section, but then tick it off, it crosses it off the list and deletes it. So yeah, I find that's a useful tool to make sure you don't forget shit. We have enough for today. I have most of my work done today, training's done, but I know that I only have enough pineapple, chicken and beef left for the rest of the day, so I'm going to go down, grab them now, and then prep them for tomorrow. So yeah, that is useful little tip. Guys, as mentioned, I'm going to walk you through how I'm actually making my meals on a day-to-day basis with regards, you know, rice, veg, meat. I covered prepping chicken in one of my previous YouTube episodes, how I season, how I cook it, etc. Beef, something similar, just put it on the pan. I'll buy and cook both of those in bulk, store them in large Tupperware, and just take from that as of when needed, rather than, you know, prepping everything into a load of containers. I do have those on hand. You've seen earlier on, if I'm going to shows, you know, it's important to have them. But equally, you know, if you are working a 9 to 5, it will make sense to have at least, you know, 4 things of Tupperware that you can prep out your actual meals, and then maybe some larger containers so you can bulk cook your stuff, so you don't have to cook everything fresh, and also you don't have to have 15 boxes of Tupperware in the fridge if you know, just general fridge space. But another reason why I really like how I'm doing this here, as apart from just the taste, because it actually is fucking banging, a really important thing here on prep as well is, you know, standardizing your quantity of veg and your veg choices as well. So by doing this, cooking it in bulk, it takes away that decision making process of, you know, what veg will I make, or oh, I'm feeling a little bit hungry, I'm just going to add in a little bit more for that satiety purpose. Although yes, that is obviously a benefit of having veg. When it comes to prep and, you know, trying to keep your waist tight and manage your digestion, not having excessive amounts of fibre, it is important to, you know, not overdo it on that front. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I'm doing here with regards to my own veg, my current choices, how I make it, and it's really convenient. And as I said, guys, it's fucking banging. For me, you can, you know, make little tweaks to here to whatever you prefer for your own veg choice. But essentially what we're doing is, you know, weighing out our rice. I do have 320 grams of dry weight rice in here. That is 4 portions of 80 grams. With that, I'm going to put in frozen green beans, frozen green beans, red onion and kale, and then a bit of cucumber at the end. But again, standardize those portion sizes. I use 200 grams of frozen green beans, 100 grams of kale, about 100 grams of red onion, and then 150 grams of cucumber. We know salt intake is going to be really important in terms of just general hydration status. Make sure you're getting enough for pump. I use 10 grams of pig salt a day, 2 grams per meal. There's 4 savoury meals in here, so we're going to put in 8 grams. I have the tap running in the background. I want hot water in here. You don't need to put in boiling water. And essentially you want at least kind of like 2.5 times water to rice. If we're using 320 grams of dry weight rice, we probably want about 750 mils of water. Okay, so again, we'll put that back to 0 once that water's hot. So that will go in the rice cooker. I'll switch that on. And obviously with the frozen stuff, you can get away with using a little bit less water in the rice cooker, because obviously these will defrost, water will come off them. The 200 grams of those will go in there. Stir that in and let it boil. So red onion, I just buy them in big bags. Like the chicken and the beef, I'll just buy it when needed, prep it in bulk. So they're all chopped up, you know, not every time you have to go prep food, you have to chop onions to pain in the ass. Obviously you can also buy frozen stuff, but they'll be kept in there. And then what I do is a little bit of black pepper, actually quite a lot of black pepper, and some garlic puree. Garlic also has a good few health benefits in there as well for cardiovascular health, so double benefit, tasty. And then 100 grams of shredded kale. That stuff doesn't go in yet. I'll wait until the rice is almost cooked, so when there's like, you know, a little bit of a film of water on top, then I'll turn the rice cooker off and then pour the shredded kale in and stir it up, so you're kind of nearly sauteing the kale in there with that, and then the red onions will go in as well. I do like them, you know, a little bit crunchier. I'm starting to cut them a little bit thicker, but obviously if you do want them like well cooked, you can put the red onions in sooner. That's it, the rice is cooked. A little bit of water still on top, so just switch it off early. 100 grams of kale here weighed out. Pop that in and then mix it through. And you should see that wilt down very, very quickly. Obviously it looked like a lot of volume going in, and then from there we're just going to add in 100 grams of red onion. And same thing, just mix that through. Even though the rice cooker is off, it's still really hot, there's going to be steam in there, so we'll cook it. And then after that, once that cools, I will grate 150 grams cucumber in there. Yeah, as I said guys, just standardising veg intake. So that is 200 grams frozen green beans, 100 grams kale, 100 grams red onion, and 150 cucumber. So a little over half a kilo a day of veg, but it is, you know, stuff that does digest well. It's not a massive variety, relatively low volume, and then once that's all done, I just distribute that across 4 meals. So weigh the total portion size here and then spread that out. My other meals across the day, those 4 meals, are the exact same as my non-training day, which you'd seen earlier on, other than, you know, my cream of rice that I'm having in the morning pre-workout. And then I'll have 50 grams of intra-carbs and 15 grams of EAAs with that. I will have updates for you Thursday or Friday if there are updates. If not, I'll just come on, quick chat, say there's no changes to the plan, but I am expecting the food drop. I'm not sure if we'll really need to change the food itself, probably just a reduction in the amount of rice and or nut butter across training and non-training days. That's my meal prep. I'll see you guys soon. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. It is Thursday. I know I usually run these to like Friday or Saturday, but we checked in this morning, very happy, hit a new low today. So I was incorrect in my predictions. We're not going to drop food. In fact, we're taking our normal high day on Saturday, which is just an extra 80 carb. It's not that 5,000 calorie refeed. Have a few extra carbs there. Legs on Saturday, rest up Sunday, visuals again Monday. We may be pushed on harder from there, but everything's going at a nice rate. Things did, you know, we hit that new low on Sunday just gone, 105.9, came back up, held between 106.1, 106.3, and then dropped to 105.8 today. So feeling good, high amount of steps the last few days, and yeah, we're just in a pretty damn good position right now, so there's no need to force anything excessively. It's not as if we're chasing things. It is, you know, just a matter of time and continuing to tick those boxes, see those changes come through and reap the benefit of that. So very exciting times ahead, and we will catch you in the next one. As always guys, likes, shares, comments, suggestions for future videos, always appreciated, and I will catch you guys then. Peace out.